G'day everyone, this is Terry from Koala-Krafts again, and this is my WIP Chat, episode 6, including true crime, gossip and other stuff. In the background we are working on a Diamond Art Club painting. It's a round. It's called Cat Playing in Ribbons. It's very cute actually. I'm quite enjoying doing this one. It's 26 inches by 18 inches or 66 centimetres by 46 centimetres. So it's not a huge one. And I'm having a lot of fun with all the colours in this diamond painting. And you'll see the picture a couple of times through this chat, and also, if I remember, it will be the thumbprint for this video. Quite having a good time, as I said, doing this one. Quite enjoying it. It's a pretty cat with all the different coloured ribbons. And I love colour, so this is right up my alley. Things in my place are going well. I'll be starting the page shortly. As I said, I'm just waiting for some inventory to arrive, and hopefully that will be very soon, and then I can get started. I might even get started sooner than when I receive the inventory, because I've got some inventory also that is already here. Just little bits and pieces and bibs and bobs, as they say. So I might get used to building the page again. It's been quite a while since I've done one. So that's what I'll be doing. So let's get started on the true crime. This is in relation to Stormy Daniels and Donald Trump, as he's always in the news. But this is just something that I've dug up around the interwebs, listening to different people and reading some articles of my own and sort of putting them all together. Stormy Daniels is to pay Donald Trump over $600,000. Donald paid her $130,000 to keep her mouth shut, but she wanted more money, apparently. Stormy Daniels and her lawyer was going around saying she was being physically threatened by an unknown man. She said she was threatened in 2011 after she spoke to reporters about her relationship with Trump, which she shouldn't have done. Apparently she was getting out of a car with her infant daughter, and a man approached her saying to leave Trump alone, to forget about the story, then leaned around her and looked at her daughter, then said she was a great looking baby. It would be a shame if something happened to her mother, which would probably scare me too. But did it really happen? I mean, who knows? Apparently she didn't go to the police because she was scared, but did a sketch of the man for police years later, apparently. It was a fairly general sketch of a white male. There was nothing outstanding about the male person, so who knows if it's really the truth or not. A tweet by Donald Trump stated that a sketch years later about a non-existent man, a total con job, playing the fake news media for but they knew it. So the news knew that it was fake, but they just kept pushing it anyway. Stormy and her daughter Stormy and her lawyer ran to court and filed a suit for defamation after that tweet, stating the previous tweet by Donald Trump defamed her and she was seeking monetary compensation for this tweet. Just a reminder that everything in this video, as I said, it's stuff that I've got from around the interwebs. It's my opinion only, and you should search it out yourself and see what facts you can find before you take anything I say as gospel. After seeing this application, the judge dismissed it very easily. The judge wrote, "The court agrees with Mr. Trump's argument because the tweet in question constitutes rhetorical hyperbole, nothing associated with politics and public disclosure in the US. The First Amendment protects this type of rhetorical statement." So the judge said it was his First Amendment rights to be able to say what he wants, really, and it wasn't really defamation, it's just his opinion. He wasn't stating fact, just what he thought of what she thought was the fact. The judge ordered that Stormy Daniels pay Trump's legal fees of $293,000 because it was such a bad action. So $130,000, what's that? Another $163,000 over the $130,000 that Trump paid her, that she owed to Donald Trump. So that's a start. I mean, why would you do it, for goodness sake? But anyway, the judge, Stormy Daniel and her lawyer decided to appeal. I mean, let's throw good money after bad. The appeals court added another $122,000 to Trump's legal fees. In all, Stormy has been ordered to pay more than $600,000 in Trump's legal fees. And that came from a tweet from Harmet, Harmett, Dillion. One of the attorneys in the case, Harmett Dillion was one of the attorneys in the case. So for Donald Trump, I assume. This was only a couple of days ago, and Stormy Daniels replies with a tweet, "I will go to jail before I pay a penny," which is just ridiculous. Back to the Trump case. Apparently the judge has given, the judge that's adjudicating the Trump case has given to the Biden campaign and also the Stop Republican campaign very small donations by any stretch of the imaginations, but donations anyway. Also, his daughter has worked for the Biden campaign in some way. Should this be reason for accusal? I don't know. Would this be bias? I would think so. The donations are are on the FEC website if you want to go and have a look. They're actually stated there in black and white. Mia Catherall on Twitter states that the Judge Merchan's daughter, Lauren, previously worked for Kamala Harris in 2020's presidential campaign as she worked as the director of digital persuasion, whatever that means, according to her deleted LinkedIn page, which listed her pronouns. So the daughter works for the Democrats, father donated to the Democrats, and they are presiding over, and he's presiding over the criminal prosecution of someone he dislikes greatly, and the daughter has worked actively against. Question is, how is that appropriate and ethical? I can't see how it is. I think he should excuse himself. This could be grounds for an ethical evaluation. This may have violated New York Code of Judicial Conduct, which states sitting judges cannot directly or indirectly engage in any political activity. Well, as far as I'm concerned, giving donations to Biden would prove that. I mean, how can he still sit in judgment on Trump when he has donated to the Biden campaign and stopped Democrats' campaign? I mean, even though I'm Australian, and this really is none of my business as being an outsider, I can see how this would be pretty bad. It's a bad look, if nothing else, and illegal, coming from the other side. You would never get this through in Australia, I wouldn't have thought. So how you get it through in America has got me totally beat. The New York State Advisory Committee on Judicial Ethics Yearly Update Handbook makes this clear. And this is a quote: "A sitting judge may not make political that's a mouthful. May not make political contributions at any time, even to a US presidential candidate or to federal congressional candidate outside New York State." And also the American Bar Association apparently states the same thing. The Attorney General from Florida says that the judge presiding over the Trump prosecution has to go. So he has to excuse himself. I mean, and if not, if he doesn't do it himself, somebody has to remove him from the case. It's just ridiculous that, he thinks he could be able to sit on this case. When it's when it can be seen as being so biased, I just don't know. I don't think it'd get through over here at all, in Australia, and I don't see how it should get through over there either. I haven't studied law in the US, so I'm not up on all the laws over there, but going on what I've listened to and what I've read, it shouldn't happen over there either. So it's a moment for me, most definitely. Anyway, I'll leave you with that, and I will leave you with the watching me diamond paint this beautiful painting. As I said, it's a cat playing in ribbons, and it's a really fun one to do. Anyway, as I said about the shop, I'll give you a little bit of a description on what it's going to be. I make jewellery with Swarovski crystals, so there will be a fair bit of that on the site. I have a fair bit in stock. So it'd be a matter of photographing them and putting them on the page. It will also be pretties, as I call them, ABs, sparklers, crystals, resins, plain jewels, round and square. And yeah, I'm just going to have a bit of fun. I got retrenched from my position during COVID and when I was sick. So this is why I'm starting the site. And if I can earn a bit of money, that's great. But one of the main reasons I'm doing this for is to help Australians, because postage from America to get some of this stuff is just astronomical. I'll also be having some... I've made a fair bit of page minders and things like that I can put on the site as well. And in preparation for opening a site, I do some resin work, and I'll be doing WIPs with cross stitch and latch hook and resin, and I may make some more cover minders on video. So anything I'm doing, I'll stick on a video so you can see what I'm doing. Other than that, I will leave you with the WIP that I'm doing now, and we'll get started on the page pretty soon. Once I start receiving inventory, I'll start adding it to the page. And I'll also be doing a Sunday night live, which will probably mainly be for Australians because it'll be too late for Americans. But on that Sunday night live, I will be giving discount codes and showing you the new stuff that's going on the site each week. And I'll start that shortly. I'll start that in a couple of weeks once I get the site up and going. Anyway, I will leave you with watching me do my diamond painting here in the background, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye for now.